So in the last session, we covered the SMART goal filter, one way to come up with powerful goals, specific goals. Now in this session, we're going to go over a different type of goal setting tool. This is the 1-3-5. The 1-3-5 goal setting structure is great in that it can take the SMART goal principles, and just by throwing a goal into this structure, it almost makes you come up with those specifics, those measurables, and so on. So what is the 1-3-5? So 1-3-5, you're going to have one goal, and under that goal, think of the goal as like the table or chair. And how does that stand? Well, it's going to stand on 3 legs. Those are the 3 objectives. So for every one goal you have, there's 3 objectives, 3 major components that make up the achievement of said one goal. Now legs have different segments, different joints. So for every objective you have, there's going to be 5 strategies, 5 subcomponents, all the moving pieces that you can control and act upon, special little projects you can look to achieve to accomplish one of these legs, to accomplish one of these objectives. So the thought is, if you can come up with your goal and identify these 3 objectives that make up the goal and all the strategies that are the components of achieving that objective, by checking off all these things, lo and behold, you've hit your goal. Let's use an example here. Let's say someone's goal is, I want to be healthier by training 5 days a week for a Tough Mudder, one of these obstacle course kind of marathon race events that go on in the country. So someone says, that's what I want to do. I want to be healthier by training 5 days a week at the gym to get into condition to accomplish, to finish a Tough Mudder coming up next year. So there is the one goal. What are these 3 legs that this goal stands on? What are the 3 objectives that we could define or identify? So the first one, if we're talking about just getting into better shape, could be healthy eating. Objective 1 might be eating healthier. Objective 2, maybe improving your cardio. And then finally, objective 3, probably strength training. So eating healthier, improving your cardio, and getting stronger. By hitting those 3 objectives, you're probably setting yourself up to be in prime shape to achieve a Tough Mudder. Now let's look at one of these legs. Let's look at the healthy eating leg. So what are the strategies to accomplish healthier eating? Well, let's get more specific here. What 5 strategies could we come up with to achieve a healthier eating lifestyle? After some brainstorming, we may come up with one strategy, that says, let's calculate our targeted calorie intake. So let's do some math and identify how many calories can we take in a day to be healthy. What is the perfect amount of calories that we can let ourselves have daily? With that in mind, maybe the second strategy on this leg, right, is to create a diet. We do some research to know what this calorie number is that we need to target, and now we got to create a diet. We got to define what we can and can't eat. And that's another strategy, another special project we have to figure out. After that, we'll be able to track this, to measure it. So maybe we have a regular time daily where we're updating a calorie tracking app on our phones. So now we got to find the right app, get it set up, and now find the consistent time to regularly update it in our day-to-day. What would a 4th strategy be? Well, maybe to make sure we're eating healthy, we set up meal plan Sundays. We make sure every Sunday we make a list, we look at what's on sale at the grocery store, and we make sure we identify what we're going to eat for the coming week to make sure we don't accidentally cheat and go eat some unhealthy food, maybe taking some sweets. If we have a plan of our meals, maybe we'll avoid that. So the 4th strategy, Sunday meal planning. And finally, maybe we have a daily water consumption tracker. Maybe we say, having water in your system at all times is good for you. We're going to calculate how many ounces we should have a day. And similar to the calorie tracker, we're going to track how much water we drink daily. There you go, 5 strategies. By doing those 5 very specific, actionable strategies, we can say, hey, we're doing some healthy eating. And we are accomplishing this one leg of the overall goal of getting into a healthier lifestyle, healthier condition to run this Tough Mudder. One leg there. And a quick side note, for every single one of those strategies, you should have a deadline. Each one of those should have a date that it will become accomplished by. And you'll notice some of those strategies almost are related to each other. One needs to happen before the next. So let's give ourselves that roadmap, that timeline of when will we have what thing done by and in place to use it in pursuit of this goal to get to the Tough Mudder next year and crush it. That's just one leg. Let's move on to another leg, the cardio improvement. So maybe strategy 1 is to have a running buddy. So you need to find someone else who wants to get healthier and run. Find an accountability buddy, as we might say. Finding that partner who's going to help you stay consistent with your running could be strategy 1. Strategy 2 could be a steps tracker. Again, tracking these measurable bits of data. How many steps are you getting in a day? How far are you going, right? So again, we find an app, we download it, and we find time to update it regularly or check it regularly and just monitor our progress. Are our steps going up? Are we getting more active? Are we going farther, right? A third strategy under this improving cardio might be maybe a morning run time block. So you have a running buddy, but now it's a consistent time where you're always going to run. So identifying that space, setting it up, and sticking to that ritual could be another strategy. Strategy 4. What if there's bad weather? What if there's inclement weather? What if there's something that's going to get in the way of your typical habit of running outside in the morning? Well, have your backup plan established. What's your indoor cardio plan? What is your fallback if running is not so much an option? So now that's researching, finding cardio exercises that you could do in the comfort of your own home. A final strategy. Maybe you want to change it up. Maybe you want some diversity and you're going to go swimming 3 times a week. So where are you going to do that? When? How often? 3 times a week sounds great. You're just someone who doesn't want to get bored with the same thing. All right, let's throw in swimming, change it up, and get that set up and running to improve your cardio. Again, 5 strategies under the banner of that one leg, that one objective of improved cardio, and every single one of those should have a deadline of when it'll be done by so you can actually do it. Last leg, strength training. What could 5 strategies be under this objective of getting stronger? Well, objective 1 might be having a personal trainer to show you the ways, give you those exercises that you might not know otherwise. Another strategy might be some muscle stats. There's apps out there to track your muscle improvement. Muscle improvement, clearly I'm a physical trainer. I bet there's better jargon than what I'm using, but I think you get it. Other strategies might be having some workout regimens planned out. With your trainer or on your own, maybe you create a routine. The same 5 or 6 exercises you're going to do on Mondays versus Tuesdays versus Wednesdays to give yourself, again, this easy plan to just go out and execute day in and day out. 4th strategy, at-home regimens again, right? What if you're stuck at home? What can you control at home that are exercises that can improve your strength? And finally, again, like we have with the running, maybe you need an accountability buddy for the gym. Maybe it's the same person as the running buddy or someone different, but can you find that external accountability in some friend who has a similar goal who can push you to show up and get it done? All of these strategies, actionable, feasible things that we can imagine ourselves doing, build up to checking off these 3 objectives, and when we can check off these objectives, lo and behold, we're ready to crush that one goal. Pretty awesome stuff. This framework makes us just think so much more critically about all the moving parts of a goal and articulate the projects, the actionables we need to achieve to succeed. So look at some of your goals. Take a goal and apply the 1-3-5 framework. Build it out. Come up with these strategies underneath these objectives for that one goal. See how it goes. It's really cool. It's going to create a wonderful checklist for you, this great structure on what it's going to take to achieve for your benefit.